Hello my gorgeous Capricorn, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my gorgeous Capricornius, and it's in between the 6th and the actual 12th of June 2022. So this weekly horoscope tarot card forecast is for you my gorgeous Capricornius, and it's in between the 6th and the actual 12th of June 2022. My gorgeous Capricornius, you have to listen to me now really carefully. Your body is going to be communicating you like there is no tomorrow. You have to understand this, that you're reaching a very important part of your spiritual journey. On one hand, you're reaching the end of a cycle. On another hand, you know that wherever there is the end of a cycle, there is the beginning of a new cycle, which is going to enhance the power in between your mind, body, and spirit. And when your power is enhanced in between your mind, body, and spirit, it helps you with your own reflection on a completely different level. So your body as a result is going to be communicating you, and it's going to require from you to pay attention to something important that you should be paying attention to. If your stomach feels funny, then you need to pay attention to why that is. Okay, if your maybe circulation doesn't feel that good, and your feet are always cold, maybe there is a reason for it. You need to find out why that is. If you have a persistent headaches, maybe you should go and kind of like check it up, type of thing. And you also maybe you're like kind of lacking in water, because sometimes people can kind of end up with persistent headache, and it's due to the actual very low amount of water that people drink. So and maybe you will also feel this week like restless and like something is not right. Then that means that it's time for grounding. Then go outside in the nature, touch the ground, close your eyes, and just exchange the energy with the Mother Earth, with the Mother Nature. Exchange the energy with the ground, and you're gonna feel with the actual ground, and you're gonna feel so much better. Hug the tree, my gorgeous Capricornius. That is gonna make you feel so much better if you need a bit of a grounding. So you need to pay attention to what your what your body is telling you at this moment in time when it comes to this week in particular, because a lot you're going to be able to get out of it. When it comes to the beginning of this week, I really like the actual materialistic gain that you are going to become aware of. The materialistic gain that you're going to become aware of, it's really going to surprise you, and it's going to happen completely kind of out of the blue. And that in itself, it's also going to be a sign that that part of your life you need to pay attention to where that material gain came from, because there is something else that you need to throw yourself at when it comes to that situation. Because in terms of exploration and you being spontaneous, it's the combination of this energy that you're going to need to bring yourself with when you kind of go to explore this part of your life, because something there, it's waiting for you to actually recognize this and take it on the next level. So see which materialistic gain you are actually going to have at the beginning of the week, which is going to surprise you. But then after that moment in time, when you start exploring this, things can only go one way for you. Things can only and will only go up. Very important, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. After that moment in time, you are going to find yourself in a bit of a limbo, but this is a good limbo because it's going to put you in touch with somebody really beautiful and somebody really wonderful in your life. A wonderful female person, an older female person with a very powerful spirit, and that female person also has got an amazing gift of vision, that she knows a lot, she sees a lot, she's aware of a lot on the spiritual side, on the world side, and she's also aware of a lot like on a business side type of thing. Like this one is absolutely big mama, covering absolutely everything. So it's someone wonderful female person, very strong female person in your life, very strong spirit, strong soul, good person. It's going to give you like quite interesting advice, very important advice, and that advice is going to open your eyes, it's going to motivate you, it's going to confirm things for you. Yeah, you should go for it. Yeah, baby, you should do it. But at the same time, it's going to help you to understand this situation, to understand what you didn't understand understand how important this is, how important this is for you to take it on, to do it, to take it on the next level. And even more so, you're going to understand the power of the actual cooperation as well. The power of cooperation is going to be just as important. This is going to lead towards one of the most significant inspirations of your life. It's going to inspire you. It's going to make you feel so good about yourself. It's going to point out of your life, which is going to start feeling so delicious in terms of energy, let alone everything else. It's about inspiration, but you coming out of yourself at the right moment in time. You know, you just need to understand it's time to go for it, my gorgeous Capricornius, you know, and you will become aware of the signs of a good fortunes are all around you, you know, throughout this week, let alone the beginning of the week, you know. What else you need to understand too, on one hand, you know, you will be very empowered, you know, with your own inspirations. But on another hand, you also need to understand the importance of taking a little break, tiny little break if things feel absolutely too much for you this week indeed. By the time you get to the midweek, my gorgeous Capricornius, you know, you are going to feel a bit of a temporary distraction. And the temporary distraction that you are going to feel, it's like to do with you kind of becoming aware of like a very interesting, bright prospect in your life, but it's going to happen completely out of the blue, and it's going to happen at the time when you're like kind of like you're facing, like, I don't know, your two friends, and then suddenly something is going to come to you. You're eating an ice cream and something is just going to come to you, for example. So it's going to come completely out of the blue, the realization about a bright prospect. It's going to be remarkable the way this is going to come to you, but then almost immediately you're going to feel like a temporary distraction, because, you know, it is like things are not kind of going to make sense at this moment in time for you to go for it. But this is just a part of the temporary distraction. What you need to do is just to basically come up with a different plan, from the original plan that is just going to become obvious here. So it's all about coming up with a new plan, and also that new plan is going to give you confidence every single step of the way. It's going to give you hope, and it's also going to give you confidence when you're facing uncertainty. And you know why? Because you are at the same time gonna become aware of something on the outside again, like a bit of like unknown dangers, things that you were aware of on the outside. Now you're gonna find out even more. The things are gonna become even more sinister from your point of view when you're facing the situation on the outside, and that in itself, it's all gonna lead towards you becoming aware of even more of the unknown dangers on the outside. But it's only going to work absolutely remarkable for you when it comes to time of your life where you need to be as spontaneous as possible, and when you need to respond to this like bursts of inspiration and optimism that you are going to have. Because on one hand, this is going to increase your bravery and capacity, and that in itself, it's really going to help you to kind of like go towards the unknown without any fear whatsoever. Just remember, the midweek, it's also going to make you aware of the fact that you are facing the new beginning. You know, step into the journey without fear. The time is now, my gorgeous Capricornius, you know. Follow your instincts and have faith in new beginnings now more than ever, okay? Very important indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you know, I can see that you're going to feel a little bit of sadness, and you're going to feel a little bit of negativity, because, you know, maybe you just need to pay attention to this, because you've, not that you've fallen out with someone, but you've just kind of drifted apart with someone really important in your life, whether this is a family member, whether this is like a friend. You know, you're just going to feel like just out of the blue, like really sad about a certain person, like kind of drifted apart, and now you will realize that person is actually really important in your life, and it is. And you know, sometimes in this life we drift away, we drift apart from people that are very close to us, and then 10 years later we reconnect, and we just think like, oh my god, we look different. Yeah, we're more beautiful, of course. We look different, but you know what I mean, we're on the same level. and I've got still friends since I was a child, you know. It's always on the same level, you know, no matter what, you know. So this is what reminds me of someone who was like basically just kind of drifted apart from you, but this person is so important to you, and suddenly, just out of the blue, you're gonna feel very blue and like sad about that person, and that in itself is gonna be your sign. Who do you need to reconnect with? Very important indeed. And also, on another hand, you know, your intuition is just gonna be very kind of guiding you like very strongly at the end of the week. You're gonna feel a very strong urge to act very quickly sharply and fast, you know, on the part of your life when it comes to like you making the next step, but it's understanding and knowing exactly what investment do you need to make. You will feel so strongly and so sharply that you need to do this, but that in itself is going to require also from you to recognize the relevant readjustment that you need to make in terms of the actual sacrifice. But it's all leading towards you just knowing this investment in your life that you need to make by the end of the week, by having a control over a situation, strength, courage, energy, determination, confidence. You know, this part of your life, what's happening right now, it's gonna bring you huge, massive accomplishment when it comes to your finances, but also when it comes to your personal security. You're gonna do something so big that you're gonna feel so proud of yourself, but people in your life are gonna be so proud of you as well. It's all about your power, my gorgeous Capricornians. You know, this is important. You need to also, what you need to remember, okay, to refrain from self-criticism as much as you possibly can, because the ultimate success is most certainly about to manifest in your life. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Capricornians. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.